Alright guys, welcome back to another Let's Play Minecraft Reboot video. So as you can see, I'm doing a little caving and I'll explain why in a little bit. But first let's go over what I want to accomplish in this video, or at least part of what I want to accomplish. I know I create a list every day and I never finish it. But this cave right here is absolutely dark, and you know how darkness disrupts spawns, right? Well, I don't like them disrupting spawns, so I'm going to go ahead and light up this cave, because below us is something very special that I'm going to need. That I didn't say I needed to build yet, but I went ahead and started on it as I was digging out stone for the mob farm that we did last video. So now I need to go ahead and light this up and clear this out for myself, and I cannot stop these guys from exploding today. I am doing terrible with hitting them. I'm not really good at the new battle mechanics. I kind of suck at them. It's not fun. But while I'm up here, might as well get the resources, right? Let's get this iron here, because I'm always running short on iron. I haven't gotten the chance to make my iron golem farm, because I'm going to make that one with yous. But I did, however, get one of the villagers I need. But I still need more. So we'll get those all going. Hopefully I get a farmer or fisherman at some point. I need one or the other so that they harvest crops. But I need to go ahead and get villagers together so that, well, a village area where the villagers just keep reproducing, so I can go ahead and transport all of them together to be able to go ahead and get them into the area by the iron golem farm so that they can start creating the iron golems. It's not as difficult as it sounds. How's it going, Bats? How you doing? Does the swipe attack work on you guys? Oh, I didn't even kill that guy. Do you have to actually hit something for the swipe attack to work? Yeah, you have to hit one of them for him to work. Come on. Come on. Get back here, you. He knows what's gonna happen. Come on. Ah, screw it. I don't care that much for him. But yeah, I was going ahead and mining up from the farm that is going to be underneath us, and happened to hear a bunch of mobs spawned in here, so I had to go ahead and eliminate, because that is no good for us, and you all know why. But can you take a guess on what mob farm I have to build underground? Some of you may have already gotten it. It is a slime farm. So for this farm, I have already dug to where I need to for the chunks. There's actually two chunks right next to each other. Did I pass up the platform here? Was it higher or lower? Sorry, I don't remember where I put this thing. Oh, I think I dug out from my platform, because that's where they happen to be. Yeah, this is actually my platform where I need to stand. Or where I'm going to stand. Come on. Lighting up caves can be such a pain in the butt. I'm a huge fan of it. Alright. So, with the new thing with F3 and G, here's our border. Here's chunk 1 over here, and chunk 2 is over here. And we have those two slime chunks there for us. I am going to make a way for us to get up to the surface from here, which is why I'm digging up here, actually. Okay, get that. Light this up. And we'll go ahead and dig this out, and this will be where our water is. I'll go ahead and get some ladders really quick. And I'll be right back when I do that. Alright guys, so got our ladders placed right up there. We got our white stained glass so that we can actually see through it. And this is what I have dug out so far. So for this one, I'm going to use a method that I've learned a long time ago. It is still very, very effective for killing the slimes. And I'm going to start by telling you, if I don't state clearly that a mob farm is my... What am I doing? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I took my hand off my mouse and then I kind of flicked it, I guess. But if I don't tell you that a mob farm or any type of farm is my idea, it's probably not strictly my idea. If I go ahead and state that I designed this or something, that means that's how you know it's mine. So just disclaimer there so that everybody knows that it's this one. First off, I don't know who I got it from. Sorry. But it was a long time ago that I actually got this. Let me get those two trapdoors for on top. But I did get this from somebody else a long time ago, and it still works very well and is my favorite way to kill slimes. I use it pretty much in every single one. But it was also done by somebody and repeated by others to the point where, like, they would claim it and I wasn't sure who it actually was at that point. So this farm that I'm going to be building is somebody's. We actually walked past one of the farms that I designed myself, but I did use a bud switch from Mumbo Jumbo. Shout out to him. He is awesome with redstone and such. But as you can hear those zombies going to town. I did a few things that I'm going to show you in a second, actually. Before we continue on that farm. What did I come down here for? Oh yeah, I was gonna put meat in one of these furnaces here. Need that meat, you know. But we've got our house. It's starting to look really nice. Everybody's probably freaking out about how messy my chests are, and I know. I will get to them eventually. If you watch this, I am terrible organization, as you can tell. I do have some magma blocks for some later experiments too. I did actually go ahead and mess around with them in creative to test them out. So I'm going to have fun with those in later episodes. I can't wait for it. It's going to be exciting. But over here, like I said, is a farm that I built. This is my design. It's relatively easy to make. So it's just going ahead and where the blocks go is the pain in the butt part. And I didn't do this in this video because I plan on doing a tutorial on it since it is my own farm. I hope you are going to like it. I'll run you through a quick little bit of it. So these walls are built up here so that, of course, the sugarcane can fall down to the collection area being literally right underneath the sugarcane. And we can see that there is redstone right behind here, and that's where it's coming from. Let's go take a look inside, though. So for this redstone underneath, it's a few comparators. There is a redstone rail here and a redstone rail here with a hopper minecart there, and then it goes regular rail, and then the rest is pretty much all redstone powered rails, except for the two curves, of course. And with that, it goes ahead and kicks on whenever items go through this comparator. There's two comparators set up so that if it gets stuck here or gets stuck back here a little bit, either one of those comparators can take the items and it will get triggered. But then we have the comparator takes the signal, we have the repeater to extend the signal instead of just being one and make this fully powered so we can walk it over here. This is just for us to go ahead and make sure it stays lit for a particular amount of time for redstone ticks to be specific, so that minecart actually has time to get off both rails. The way we do that is 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, all powered, so it stays. This one kicks off, then this one, then this one, then this one. And there's other ways to do that. There's ways that I believe are even more compact than that. That's not bad for our needs, though. And then this redstone just goes into this block. The reason why it's a repeater is just so it powers that block more fully and gets that rail up top. And then those two rails are powered, and it flings the minecart off, so that it starts going, does its rounds to pick up the sugarcane, and then it is all good from that point out. Let's cover this back up, though. Up here is where I stole the switch from Mumbo Jumbo, shamelessly. I do appreciate him. I don't know if he came up with it. It was in one of his high-low tech videos, though. I can link that in the description if you want to check it out on how this works. I'm not going to tell you too much about it, except for the fact that its function here. I was trying to get up there, but I was failing. Alright, so right here, as you can see, the sugarcane growing, and these piston heads will go ahead and knock the sugarcane off and break it and make it for us to be able to collect. The way it does that, since sugarcane is not a solid block and it cannot be used to detect redstone in a way that the redstone goes through, like my old pumpkin farm, the way we do this is with a bud switch. If you don't know what a bud switch is, it uses quasi-connectivity to go ahead and detect kind of when a block goes next to piston. So as you can see, there's no power actually going through this that would touch this piston, but with quasi-connectivity there is power going to this, which means that technically this is powered by that, and we have a transparent block there for reasons. But I'll let him explain more of that, like I said, in his video, and what this does without all those words and in layman's terms is when I place a block here, powers on quickly, and when I destroyed it, can also power on quickly, and then it will collect all of that sugarcane there and go into this chest. Now we have 49. This little bit will probably produce more than I need. If I need more, I can always go ahead, run this around, and have another set right up here, and then we'll have a nice little big farm. I'm gonna sleep really quick so that these guys don't eat my brains, you know. Like, I'm having trouble with doors today, man. I hate the things. But we shall get to the other thing that I want to show you, which is, like I said, I got a villager. And he's a pretty nice villager for us. It's pretty sweet. And you'll see why in a second. So this is where I came out before. I no longer need this. I'm going to clean this up more in a second. Let's take 2 of these sandblocks from here to actually do this. Make a 3. Alright. So this villager, you'll never guess what his trades is. He's a cleric, so some of you might know, but he does rotten flesh trades. So I can get emeralds from him all day long. The only thing that sucks is when I get 16 emeralds, or sorry, 11 emeralds, I have to go ahead and trade them. Well, when that becomes full and I can't unlock it again, I have to use that bottle of enchanting. Get this with the 11 emeralds, and I have about 4 or 5 extras depending on when the trade closes from him each time I do that, plus experience. And the reason why that's really good for us is because, as you know, I have a rotten flesh farm technically, which is my XP farm, which is outstanding for us. So that'll help us out a lot. I didn't want to do that. So, from my understanding, we can place these now and they don't have to stay on this block, right? Yes. New trapdoor physics, gotta love them. Makes my life so much easier. And I'm gonna go. Alright guys, look who I found while I was on my repairing streak for building that slime farm. I got another villager. You get back in there. You stay safe. Don't open this door. I'm not allowing you to open this door. I'm not allowing you to get out, at least. Ooh, shoot, you can get out the other way, though. Okay. Hold on. You stay. Stay. Alrighty. Perfect. And I think you get him. I know where he is for later. I'm gonna finish building that slime farm like I said I was going to do before. well, not finish building it, but go ahead and continue building it. Might as well show you, let you take a look at the idea while I'm going down here. Got some more pickaxes. Just went on a bit of an enchanting spree, because my other one was costing too much to repair. Alright, so what we got here, we dug it out. I'm going to press F3 and G again to bring up our chunks. Just see, this whole chunk is here. If we go over here, this whole chunk is on here too. That way this is one spawn platform. So the deal that we're going to be doing is that this right here, this will carry the slimes to a destination that we want. So we need this to be 2 deep, because at some points it'll be 1 deep for them, but they can't jump out of water once they go in it. If that still holds true, I don't know if the slime mechanics changed anytime recently in like 1.10, but as far as I know, that still holds true. We can go ahead and just dig this out to our heart's content, and the slimes will end up falling in here, and I'll show you how I'm going to push them. But the mechanics of it is the part of the farm that I use. So this is like, I'm using the concepts, I'm not using the farm perfectly, that I learned from, that I use every single time, like I said. But the concept is going to be, we have slimes fall down here, there's going to be water here, 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 here. It's going to be our water blocks. Well, there's going to be water blocks there. These are actually going to be stairs here, and then we have the water flowing on top. It'll go down so that they can't go back upstream or fight their way upstream, but it will also allow them to keep flowing because they don't get stuck on stairs. So it'll just be like you walking, or them walking, like a mob walking. You can walk upstairs without having to jump here. So it'll just go ahead, walk, 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 and keep going over and over and over, and won't stop. Then we'll get to one of these corners here. It'll probably be that far back corner over there, and we'll have a little killing chamber. Most likely going to be something involving drowning, but I really want to use these magma blocks for something, but I don't think I'm going to use it for this. I think I'm going to use that for an ender farm when I get there, which will be a fun time. Actually, no, I don't want to use that for an ender farm, because then I can't regulate it. Maybe I will use the magma blocks for this. Maybe I'll change the killing mechanism. Which leads me to question, do magma blocks work with water being on top of them? Do they still do damage? Interesting. Alright guys, but I'm going to continue on this, and I will get back with you in just a moment. Okay guys, I got in all the water, so let's take a look at this thing. So first things first, it starts out at the opposite corner from where you are. You go ahead, you have these signs here so the water can't push them backwards, but the trick is these stairs. So after they fall in here, they'll go ahead and get pushed, and it'll push them all the way up these stairs, and then it'll keep it flowing. So it creates that full body of water effect without going ahead and having to without having to go ahead and go down a layer. And it will push them all the way around this. Even if they get pushed into a wall, it will go ahead and push them in the other direction still. So we don't have to worry about them making 2 here with this method. It works amazingly. That's why I wanted it. But you see why I had to put 2 down here? They can't jump out of this because they can't jump out of water that's flowing, but they can go ahead and they do get pushed up 1 block. So that's why we had to do it that way. And then it's going to push them down into here, which is going to be our killing chamber. And I did decide that we are going to use the water method because of one thing that you'll see in a bit. It has to do with the slimes and me having a lack of iron, pretty much. So I am going to go down here. Well, actually, let me go ahead and grab some more signs really quick. Do you have room for any of this stuff in here? Anything at all? I don't need this flint. Just give me some more room for building. I'm going to make all of those into that. And make all of these into sticks. Because I'm going to need more signs yet. Alright, I don't fully remember how to do this, so bear with me. But we are going to go down here. We're going to need signs past this point here. And there's a lot of signs in this build if you haven't noticed already. Alright. So we got that. We don't want to build in this spot. And we don't want the water to carry back that way. Because we want it to continue pushing all the way up. But we can't have this here either. So what we need to do is make sure they get fully submerged. And the only way to do that and catch the two slimes is by going like this. And then going like this. Well, that sign has a D. Can't have that now. There we go. So now, when we have our water, it is going to be... I hear slime slapping around. Take a look at where this guy is. Oh, he's coming straight for us. Alright, let me get my sword ready for this guy. Okay, he fell down. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. That was perfect. And when we're AFK, this thing is going to generate like crazy. So we do want a sort of downward current here. And I need to refill my buckets. It's very nice having this regenerating source block now. As you can see, this should push them in. And since they are at minimum too high, it will auto kill anything that comes in here on that slime. Except for the very, very tiny ones, which I'm going to show you what I'm going to do there. Actually, we do need signs right here, so that the smallest slimes do not die. Because I don't want any of that. I don't want them to die. They're too cute and cuddly, you know? That's the reason. It has to do with the hopper transportation. So, now that we got all this, we're going to need to dig out canals. So we'll get 2 canals that end up right here. And if you don't see it already, these little slime guys are going to come down here, and they're just going to get pushed this way. And that just needs to be headroom for us. There we go. We don't need anything more to do with that. It's going to follow my zombie spawner, how I raise them up, because I am going to actually now transport all of these slimes over on top of my head, so that all the slime balls just drop in my inventory. So I won't have to worry about any sort of hoppers in this build whatsoever, which will be amazing. Because I'm going to just carry these guys up and use water to flow them back to my old point. And then those guys, since they die by half-hearted damage and don't cause damage, I'm just going to have them drop right on top of my head. Alright, so that is pretty much it for this part. I will go ahead and... going to cut out again. And you'll see me again. Let's see if this guy drowns like he's supposed to. Please drown. Come on. Are you going to drown? There he goes. Now he's starting to drown. See that? Now he's also trying to force his way down because I'm standing here. So it's a little bit off. These guys should do the same exact thing. Let's wait for it to happen. They can't even force their way out. Ah, there it goes. Tiny little guys, they're coming for me. See? And these guys will take a little bit, but they'll find their way in. Doesn't take them long. Especially when there's a ton of them rolled up here. I'm going to kill these guys for now. But anyway, like I said, I will get back to you now when this is all finished and laid out. Alright guys, see you then. Alright guys, well here it is. The completed slime farm. Functional and all. I did have to go ahead and do a few things. First, I needed to make this floor not look pretty because it was going to be my view the whole time and it was bothering me. If you notice, we weren't in the top middle area, so I did block that off, change our position a little bit. But now this is fully functional, guys. We have our nice little design going on here. Tell me if you like it in the comments below if you're watching. I hope you do. I think it looks pretty decent. I don't mind it. I like using these blocks as a border. They are a different color than most of the stuff. It's close, like, it is kind of brownish, but it is more towards the reds, and red is my favorite color, so you'll see me use these a lot. And as you can see, we actually have a slime spawned right here. So the way this works is, of course, he's gonna jump in here. He's going to jump down. He's going to drown there. Since he did see me, now I do have to stand here. This is gonna be normally AFK, where I'm behind that glass, and don't have to worry about it. But as you can hear, he's actually dying down there now. And he should eventually pass away on us. And then he will turn into the smaller ones. After that, After that, he will go ahead and those smaller ones will die, and they'll turn into the smallest ones, which go down the little tubular sections under here that I showed you before. And then they are going to go up and just go right to the side here. I didn't even realize this iron was here. I'm going to take that. You can always use iron, you know. Since we're waiting anyhow. Is there any more up there? Kill. And I guess I'm just going to fill this in with cobblestone since I have nothing else. Oh, they're almost all dead. Actually, I think that may have been the first one falling down there. Did not mean to do that. Oh, Jesus, skeleton came down and fell with me. Let's go take care of this guy quick. There we go. I did end up losing all of my diamond gear in this project, but as you can see, I am collecting slime balls right here. A new slime spawns, it usually spawns 2 to 3 large slimes every 5 minutes. I mean, not the greatest, not the worst. These things gonna fall down yet? There they are. As you can see, he fell. Add to my slime ball collection. They just fall down here as little slimes, so I don't have to transport them. Only takes one hopper, just so that since it could spot like these 4 little blocks here, I don't miss any, because I don't want to lose any while I'm AFKing. Up 26. I think you get more slime balls when you actually kill them, though, rather than going ahead and letting them fall to their death. I felt like I got more. I know you can if you have fortune too. But anyway, this is completed. So that'll be all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I will see you next time, guys. Bye.